Hello, greetings. Thanks for tuning in. Let me start with the comments. And let's see what we have here. We've got Juju. Hi, Jerry. Sorry, I missed the live last night and tonight. I watched The Voice. It comes on at 8 p.m. West Coast. I will watch the replay as I do. Well, thank you, Juju. I appreciate your watching whenever you watch it. And anybody else that tunes in to the live stream on the replays. Thank you very much. And Michael's going to take a nap, and he has his alarm set. And I think he's up now. So just to let you know, Michael, I got your card out in the mail today. When I mailed the daughter's box of clothes, took that to the post office and mailed out your gift card. So we are good to go. There's Amy, my friend Amy, beautiful Amy. Hi, Jerry and friends. Hi, Amy. There's Michael again. What do we have here? He's got his alarm going off. And Michael's saying hello to Amy. And he's saying hello. Hi, Michael and Juju. And Amy says, I might fall asleep soon. I'm so tired. That's okay. Let me start out with the question, because you're the only one I know right now that's on this stream that may know the answer to this question. Okay. Total hip surgery. Did your hip surgeon tell you to take antibiotics before going to the dentist and having any dental things done? The reason I'm asking is when I went Friday, they told me about it. And I said, well, that's kind of weird because the back surgeon didn't tell me about it last year when I had the fusion done. And after my, 6-week visit to the hip surgeon, they didn't tell me about it until this past Friday. And apparently, it's a thing. And let me read what the Google says, because I came prepared. I brought receipts. Antibiotics are crucial to prevent a serious infection around the artificial hip joint, known as a periprosthetic joint infection, a PJI, which can occur immediately after surgery or even years later. So, the surgeon says to take antibiotics. The dentist didn't necessarily say anything yet for me, but we're going to be talking about dental on tonight's live stream. So if you can give me any of your insight, Amy, before you fall asleep, and if you fall asleep, that's okay. We got lots of time to discuss this. I'm not having anything done to my teeth shortly, but here goes. Here's Amy. Here's her comment. No, because I didn't have to have a hip replacement. I think it's the parts you have inside. My mom had a hip replacement and she had to take antibiotics before the dentist. Interesting. So I was, during my lunch hour today, Googling and reading information about the pros, the cons, yay, nay, do I have to do it? Because, we, on our current way of eating healthfully, don't want to mess with our microbiome, especially in the wintertime. So I'm thinking, shoot, I'm supposed to have a dental cleaning. Shoot, I have to take these stupid antibiotics. I know dental cleaning's not major, but the dentist was talking about me doing some dental, caps down below on my lower teeth. But that would be caps. It's not like I'm having a root canal or anything. So I heard mixed opinions about it, but good golly, I don't want to get any, what do they call it? A PJI, periprosthetic joint infection. Yikes. That just sounds terrible. It just sounds terrible. Mine was a labral tear surgery, so I don't have the metal joints in my hip. Oh, great. I'm the one that goes off in airports. I think the metal's changed. I don't foresee myself going off in an airport anymore, but I made myself some sleepy time tea to have during the live. And because yesterday was Columbus Day, I got all the stuff in today's mail. So let's go through the mail, shall we, and see what I got. I got an exclusive invitation for my name, and it's a company called Factor. Let's see what Factor is. Not Focus Factor. We'll find out in a second. Oh, Factor. Save on delicious, nutritious, ready-made meals. 55% off plus free breakfast for a year. Let's see what kind of shenanigans this is. 55% off and free breakfast for a year. It's easier than ever to reach your goals. I'm going to show you guys this because I just think I really don't like these meal plans, okay? So here's the meal plans and the pics. And notice all the vegetables. Well, for me, the carnivore, of course, I don't do it, but did anybody ever try Factor? Does somebody want to try Factor? I don't. I just find it easy just to buy even if I go to Walmart and get the burgers, then all I have to do is throw in the air fryer. That's more convenient for me without having a meal plan delivered to my house, and nobody's going to eat the vegetables in my house. That would really be a waste, in my opinion. I don't know who this is from, but we'll find out in a second. Free ribeyes for life. Good chop. I get a lot of food stuff sent to me. It must be because of my searches on the internet. Good chop. Beef, chicken, pork, seafood, the usual things. Free ribeyes for life plus $30 off. Visit goodchop.com/OCT25, or you can use the code. So that's today's Good Chop mail. I've got Butcher Box, and I ordered QBC. That's going in the burn barrel. Oh, this is lovely. Disney rewards. For those of you that know, you know my stance on Disney. We'll just leave it at that. I loved it. Listen, my kid was a Disney kid as opposed to any other cartoons. We did the parks and Epcot and all that good stuff. Get more Disney every day with the Disney Premier Visa card. Ooh, and select your favorite card design too. Disney Chase. What are they? Let's see what their interest rate is. I have plenty of credit cards, so I'm not looking into it. APR 26.24% APR. No, thank you very much. This was supposed to come in yesterday's mail? Columbus Day? Oh boy. Oh, this is the bill, a tiny little bill from the Mayo Clinic. Let's see how much I'm up to or down to. How much I owe them. Yep, $2,000 is my balance. That's since the beginning of the year. Good golly, Miss Molly. I usually pay them on the portal. I don't know why they send me stuff, seriously. The last, I don't know what this is for. Eau Claire campus. Last surgery? No, that can't be. It says provider Alex Hop. I don't know who that is. Must be the anesthesiologist. $48,589. These costs are insane. Yes, I usually give the Mayo Clinic $500 a month, so I had this whittled down considerably. Oh, this is a saving. This doesn't get burned in the burn barrel. Oh, this is just boring, isn't this right now, guys? Catching up with the old, oh, save this one. Catching up with the mail. And this is AAA. We already have AAA. I think they send you a couple of different mailings so that you get confused and think, did I really pay my AAA? And then you sign on again and pay more money. Oh, this is for affordable life insurance from AAA Life Insurance Company. No, thank you. Now I opened this one up in advance because I came downstairs and of course I needed a sharp implement. I'm excited about this. I read the book digitally, but I won this on Dr. Kiltz's show a couple weeks ago. So they sent it to me. The Babies for Babies, the Dr. Kiltz book. It's very nice pictures. The visual download book that I was beautiful, and there's Kiltzy in there with his meat. I'll show you some of the pictures. They're just beautiful. Look at this steak. Ho 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 ho! How come I never find steaks that look this good in the grocery store? This has got to be American Wagyu. If it's not real Wagyu beef, it's beautiful. There's Kiltz's personal 90-day meal plan here. Right here. Sample meal plans. This is an excellent book. And I like the spiral bound books because they lay flat. And if I was to use this for any recipes, it's nice to have it in the kitchen. Here's a bacon wrapped meatloaf. You guys have seen me do this before. May not necessarily be Dr. Kiltz's recipe, but how many of us have already done that before? Sous vide chuck roast ribeye, pan-seared steak. Yeah, these are his beef recipes. This is beautiful, just beautiful pictures. Now I wonder what Chris Cooking Nashville's book is going to look like. I can't wait to see that. That should be exciting. And that's all the mail we have today. So the topic that I picked was about oral care, dental care for the carnivore, ketogenic, whole foods way of eating. Put all this back. Whole foods way of eating. And if you've experienced personally better, or I'm getting comfortable right now. Oh, this is my Charlie Kirk Freedom Day clothing I wore at work today. We couldn't, and of course my dollar, because that's something that is very important to me right now in the economy. So I wear my awareness ribbon, $1. The pink that's in there, they handed that out at work today because tomorrow we're all supposed to wear pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day at work. So they all want us to wear this and something pink. So I'm not a real pink person per se myself. I own pink. I do use it because of the breast cancer, wear it because of breast cancer awareness, but I'm not a big pink person. Same with yellow. I don't wear a lot of yellow. Yellow, I felt back in the day when I weighed over 300 pounds, I felt like I looked like a school bus wearing yellow. Just my opinion. And I have to drink this tea before it gets cold. So my teeth are there's a considerable difference in my teeth that I since I have done the ketogenic way of eating, and now even more, it's even better, I feel, since I've gone carnivore because, number one, the oral hygienist, the girl that does my cleaning, she says she's noticed a marked difference. And I've been going to her for many years. We've had this dentist since, shoot, we've been up here. This is our 18th year. Will be our 18th year living up here. And she said that she's noticed a difference even in the charting for the plaque buildup, and the time that I spend in the chair is way less than I used to spend in the chair. And I don't have many cavities. I'm older too. I don't eat sugar. I don't have sugared soda. I don't have any desserts or any of that hubbub. But one thing I do notice is when I do brush my teeth, as a carnivore, my gums aren't red. They're not like bleeding gums, not those at all. But they're, in comparison to other people, I feel as though my gums are very strong and very resilient. I am around people all the time. We were talking yesterday about Amy catching up with the smells and being sensitive to people's smells. And I can sense somebody that has bad gut biome or bad gut health because of their horrific breath odor. Whoa. Usually we have to get close enough to hear people because we wear the ear protection, OSHA protection. So we'll lean in a little bit closer to listen to people, but not too close. Holy cats. And it's not as though it was after lunch where you're getting a whiff of the garlic and meatloaf that they ate. No, it's the start of the shift. It's like, holy cow, get you some gum or something. But those are the same people that have the pasta and the rice and the sugar and all the candy bars. I was in the break room earlier today to get some ice for my Kelly Hogan cup, I call it. And people were in there saying, oh, I'm just exhausted. No, it rained today. So it's kind of gloomy, and it's perfect for sleeping weather, in my opinion. So it was kind of gloomy. And two people were deciding about what candy bars to have. Now the candy bars, the selection, which would have been a standard candy bar from back in my day, have gone up to $1.50 a candy bar in the vending machines, which I think is crazy. Plus they charge tax and what have you in a vending machine. But these are the same people that will say, for example, I went to the dentist today and this tooth is rotten, or this tooth I'm experiencing pain with. Oh, I think I'm just going to have it pulled. Here I'm trying to get my teeth capped or extended. I'm not to the point of needing dentures. Like my husband just recently got the dentures. But these people, that sounds terrible. The people that I work with would just as soon lose a teeth than take care of their teeth. It's over time, the teeth have rot in their mouth, and that's a whole other issue as well. And chew is very popular up here in the Northwoods. People love their tobacco and their chew. I got a coupon in by my locker for somebody left it for me, some energy, and it's a $5 off coupon. And then they came to me today and they said, Jerry, they left it yesterday, and they came to me today and said, did you get the coupon I left at your locker? I says, well, yeah, I did. It was for an energy pack, a little square, because I checked at Quick Trip to see what the cost of this energy thing was, and it's $5 and change. So basically, it's these free energy packs, and it's a pack of 15, and they're in different flavors. I thought of it like tobacco or chew. So I was reading the ingredients on the packet. I didn't pick it. But I was reading the ingredients, ashwagandha mushrooms, and things that would give people energy, like an upper, as opposed to taking an energy drink. So I'm thinking, do they think I need energy? I'm already pretty hyped up. Usually when I come into work, I'm pretty excited and hyped up, and I want to get the job done and be efficient at my job and forthright, unlike some of the slackers in the overlapping shift that I work with. We have such a thing as sign up for, if you want to work, volunteer overtime. Either they do mandatory overtime, depending on the customer and the client, or the sense of urgency that they have. Let me put this down for a second. Or government contracts, etc. Or you can sign up and do volunteer. Well, the last couple of weeks, I've noticed the people that sign up to do the volunteer, once we come on at 1 o'clock, it seems like it's coffee break city for them. They just kick back. Hey, Bill, tell me what you're going to do tonight. How's it going? What are you having for dinner? What did you do this past weekend? Kind of shenanigans. And there is such a thing called shift wars at our job because, and I think I've explained this a couple weeks ago. For example, if you get paid $25 an hour on first shift, on second shift, you get 27, you get $2 more shift differential. On third shift, you get $28. So the later during the day, the more money you get. But I've always said for years, that decades, as a matter of fact, third shift should get paid more because it takes a special person to work second and third shift. And I could never get anything done in my house working first shift. When I work second shift, I can vacuum, I can throw in a couple loads of laundry, make a crock pot full of food, feed Jack breakfast, myself breakfast, and the dog breakfast. I can get a lot of stuff knocked out working second shift, coming in at 1 o'clock. There was a time, though, that we used to start from 3 until 11, but they changed it so that we can come in at 1. I love that. Pardon me a second. Oh, we're losing people. We only have 3 viewers right now. And I know that you guys are tired. Oh, I got to tell you this. Michael, if you're listening, listen up. Tomorrow, one of the girls from work that asked about coaching, she wants me to discuss coaching with her tomorrow. So unfortunately, everybody, keep a mental note of this, Michael. I will not be doing a live stream tomorrow on Wednesday because I get done at 9 and we're going to meet in our break room at work just because it's convenient before I leave for my house and she leaves for her respective home after our shift at 9. We'll talk in the break room about coaching and her dietary needs and the options, and if she wants to move forward, having me coach her tomorrow. So my apologies in advance for not doing a live stream tomorrow. Sorry. I am thinking about maybe doing that early Saturday, maybe Sunday, not real sure, live stream. And of course, I would do it, say, for example, if I would do it on Sunday, I would do it before 6 p.m. Central Time because that's when Amy goes on. I don't want to step on her toes. And I think the carnivore people, Juliet, she does hers at 5 Central Time. So I probably have to do it at 4 or earlier for that matter. And Dustin does his every Sunday morning, bright and early Sunday morning, as does Old Guy Carnivore. I do want to respect the community because I look at it this way. If the majority of people have to choose Amy or myself, well, they're going to choose Amy, which is justified because Amy's got a whole lot more talent than I do. All I do is sit and kibitz and talk. I am the female old lady carnivore, I guess, but without the gadgets and without the quacker button. It's done. All the tea is done. So I will probably need to take these antibiotics before my tooth cleaning, I guess. I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't want to mess with the gut biome, especially in the cold and flu season. This is my logic. I will probably take a lot of probiotics just to counteract whatever damage the antibiotics do, anything to build up my gut flora, build it healthier, better, and of course, not getting this PBD disease, infection, disease, that sounds terrible, infection. I also wanted to do, speaking of lives, I'm thinking about doing a recipe or two in the next week. And that would mean doing the recipe at home during first shift, during the day shift, and having it up and running by the time I head out for work. So got to work on a couple of logistics in addition to setting up this dental appointment and going for that, taking care of that before the end of the year. We had our health insurance meeting at work today, and our health insurance is going up, but that should be no surprise because many health insurances are going up right now. And there's different plans, except our human resources girl, all she really is a paper pusher. She's really not a good representative for human resources, in my opinion, because she says we're going to have a person from, let's say, Humana or Blue Cross Blue Shield, or you name the insurance company. We will have a representative available to you to come during your off time, slot a 30-minute appointment, meet with the representative to see which health plan is best suited for your health needs, your wants, your budget, etc. Of course, I have the Cadillac insurance, the top of the line insurance. I've had a couple of major surgeries, so I am grateful for that. So to have my $5,000 mail bill at the end of the year, can you imagine how much it would be without insurance? Forget about it, as they say. It would be crazy astronomical. But we all need health insurance. And the truth of the matter is, this government shutdown right now, if we as a country take care of people that come into our country from wherever, we do that here in America. You need health insurance, you need health, you're having a heart attack, you're having a baby. Come to our country, we'll take care of you. But yet, the veterans, senior citizens, the poor of the United States, they can't get health care. It doesn't seem very fair now, does it? Now, I'm a big advocate of taking care of people. I really am. And making sure that everybody stays healthy. Hence, this way of eating, a very simple health food, eating from the exterior of the grocery store and not the interior, staying away from sugars, grains, etc., from the middle of the store. I'll go in the middle of the store if I need toilet paper, paper toweling, dish soap kind of thing. But for the most part, if it doesn't come to my home, I will get it in the exterior of the store. That's just my opinion. Now, when we go on vacation, for example, I have the Amazon membership. So I can get my grocery stores from grocery shopping done from the grocery store Whole Foods, and they will deliver it to us at the resort. So whether we stay at Cyprus, our resort that we normally go to, or we stay at Disney, or if we stay at the Gaylord, they will deliver our groceries right to us at our hotels and our resorts, which is perfect. I always travel with an air fryer and I take my immersion blender. Those are the big things I take. I also take in my suitcase Kerrygold butter. The husband just doesn't understand. I have to have everything in my suitcase frozen. It usually is in the belly of the airplane. And when we commute, by the time we get to wherever we're going, well, that'll be in the refrigerator, and that's what I'll eat for the next couple days. It's all relative, and it works for me. And the air fryer that I take is very small. I mean, it's a small enough for just Jack and myself, for example. So it can cook 2 filet mignons. It's small enough to do that. Or it can cook myself a decent sized ribeye or 2 lobster tails. But that's just what I eat. And if we go to a restaurant, the restaurant at the hotels, well, then I'll order a normal meal, but I'll tell them I'll omit the salad and I'll omit the butter or the bread and the potato, but I'll have the butter for the steak, etc., etc. So it's all relative. I am very grateful because I remember my teeth, proper oral care was not that good, and the bleeding gums that would come because of the junk food and the sugar. Primarily, it was sugar that did a lot of the damage. And in comparison to my parents, they both have had dentures when they were my age. They both had double sets of dentures, or my mother had a partial on her lower. But my original damage was caused in my dental because I used to be a purger. So obviously, we know what happened to Karen Carpenter. She ate and she purged. Not healthy. And all the acid that is built up in your stomach comes out and ruined the enamel and my teeth in the front. So I had to have caps done in the upper 4 teeth because of the acid from purging. Very unhealthy way to lose weight, in my opinion. And I think I told you guys that up until this year, I would always look in the mirror and see the fat 300-pound Jerry. But when I looked at the 300-pound pictures in comparison to the pictures of today, I mean, minus the big puffy jacket and vest, I can finally see that I'm not as fat as I imagined myself to be. And when I brush my teeth and I spit out whatever the paste is that I use, the baking soda that I use, the earth paste that I use. I'll use different concoctions to clean my mouth, and even coconut oil. I'll switch with coconut oil. But as you must know this, we have a septic system. So when I spit out my coconut oil after swishing with it, it doesn't go down the drain. It goes in the garbage. And we're a burning community out here. So needless to say, the coconut oil and the oil I use for my mouth, my oral care, burns up real well in our garbage here at the house. I don't have any comments. I wonder if you all are sleeping, which is okay. I, as a matter of fact, listened to Steve from Serious Keto, and Steve's voice is melodious to me, and he can put me to sleep easily. Same with Dustin. Dustin's got a harmonious voice that can put me to sleep. If I'll turn onto his channel on Sunday morning and I'm still a little bit tired, I'm listening, and I'll catch myself nodding and end up falling asleep. If I want to be put to sleep, I'll turn on Steve and I'll go to bed within a matter of a few minutes. But I know that these lives are hard on a lot of people because a lot of you people wake up to watch Dr. Kiltz. If I'm up, I watch Dr. Kiltz, as a matter of fact, myself. I can get rid of this. Sorry about that. I'll watch Dr. Kiltz myself at 5 in the morning, start my day, do my physical therapy that I do myself, my exercises that I do, knock that out of the way, lickety splickety. I think tomorrow, though, I have to take care of these nails. I had overextended myself I had this nail street, the stickers. I had these on for 3 weeks, and I've been putting on that Kur polish on top to save them. Usually the glitter ones, you get more bang for your buck because it's metal and they last a little bit longer. But this was the 3rd week that I put the Kur on, and I think that's 1 week too much of enamel or polish on here because I got a little chip on my thumb and on this finger here. So I think I will be removing these and doing just a light coat, top coat, something just to protect it from the elements because I use the alcohol wipes at work, and I told you guys it's very drying on my hands and my nails. I don't mind protecting my nails with uh, a color street is fine. They're a little bit more expensive than the Fox brand of applicator or the stickers, but if I have to, I can put on the just regular clear polish, which is fine. Or if I take them off tonight and then I put on some coconut oil, I've even put beef tallow on my hands and my nails and then slept in a white glove to seal in and protect my hands. And then in the morning, I'll wash them, take a shower, wash them, take the top with an alcohol wipe, the little alcohol which you use for, like what diabetics would use before they inject the insulin to swipe on their skin. I'll use that and just wipe the top part of my nail off, and then I'll seal them up with a clear coat, and that's fine. But I think for tonight, because it's late, and I know this isn't exactly a wild and crazy topic, I am going to close it off early tonight. So I do want to thank those of you that are still on here, that are listening to me in your twilight as you're sleeping, getting ready for sleep, I completely understand. Like I said, this is a later video live than many other people do typically normally. So I appreciate the time that we spend together. I'm not, friendly reminder now, I'm not going to be able to be here tomorrow because I have a coaching person to coach. So I will catch up with you all on Thursday. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for watching. Take care. There's Michael. He says, take care. I'll see you Thursday. I surely will. I love you all. Take care, everybody. Cheers, angels on your pillows. Toodles.